Dear Spyridoula Kokkali, first of all, thank you very much for coming all the way from Corfu to Thessaloniki to attend our international conference here at TESOL Macedonia Thrace. And I would like to ask you, the first question is, how did it all start?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you, all the members of the TESOL Macedonia board, for the invitation and the hospitality. It's been a great experience for me, and I'm sure that all the participants had a great time, just like I did. As far as the program, the Healthy Little Leaders program is concerned, it all started with a simple observation relay. Me and my colleagues observed that our students were consuming large quantities of junk food during our breaks, and we simply could not put up with that. So in the beginning we thought of just trying to talk to them with no result, and then we tried to talk to the parents, who knew all about it, of course, since they were the ones who were giving them the money to buy the junk food. And it was what the mom said to me on the phone. She said that her child is too embarrassed to bring something healthy to eat before all the other kids. That really made me think that I had to do something as a teacher and as a mother myself.
So what are the multiple actually benefits they gain from that program? Do you also aim, apart from the body health, bodily health, the mental health as well?
Of course. First of all, we created a logo with 4 small fruit that our students immediately identified with, and they were called the Healthy Little Leaders, and that's the name of the program. So since the kids mostly brought fruit and vegetables in the classroom to have during the breaks, apart from the benefits they gained from their new diet, we started a new program with that, recycling, because we collected all the fruit peels and vegetable peels, and we made our own compost. And inside that berry compost we planted our own trees, we planted our own vegetables that we in the end consumed and had a great time as well during all this process.
Wonderful. Has the local society community been involved, and if yes, how?
Yes, they've been involved. They actually, not only did they embrace the program, but they were eager to take part in it, because obviously they realized how important it was. So for example, we had people who own cafeterias, and instead of them throwing their coffee remains or their fruit peels away and create lots of rubbish, they were giving them to us, and we added them to our compost. Or we had other people who were who had groceries, for example, and every time we held an event at our school, instead of giving our students something sweet as a treat, we gave them fruit. And all the community took part in it, and we gave them all thankful certificates in the end.
So I see that there's a whole collaboration of many people, of many parts, of many factors. What is the part of happiness?
The part of happiness is another observation we made, and that includes also always me, because being a mother myself and being a teacher at the same time makes me always think about my own children when I come across my students. So every time I saw them getting involved with that, with nature and with planting and anticipating for a plant to grow and everything, I could see smiles in their faces, even though on the other hand I knew that back at home, they were having those terrible problems every Greek family now has with the economic crisis. Most of our kids' parents either lost their jobs in the process, or their parents got divorced, or they lost their friends, and terrible things were happening to them, as we all know, as we are Greeks and we live in Greece. So what I did was I took bits and pieces of all this program with the kids and turned it into a powerful message in the form of a pouch to show the world and their parents eventually that happiness in the end is not something that has to do with materialism and things things that we thought that made us happy earlier. It has to do with very simple things that we already have in our hands and cannot be taken away from us in any way. The pouch consists of 4 basic things. It consists of a small plastic pot.
You can show it to the camera.
Yes, of course.
Will you explain it? Yes.
The plastic pot represents our home, which doesn't have to be luxurious in order to make us happy, provided, of course, we do something to let all negativity go away. For example, when you have a pot, before you plant something, you need to open a hole so that all the still water comes out.
Yeah.
Just like that, when you have a family, you have to find ways to let all negative thoughts and negative feelings get out, so that your love and attention and everything flourishes within. The next thing is...
it's a rather allegorical pouch, it is.
It is. It is not a simple pouch. The beans inside, which are the cheapest seeds you can find in the market actually, and I did that on purpose, and having also in mind the Jack and the Beanstalk fairy tale. Jack used the beans to reach his happiness, which was materialistic really. He wanted to get to the hen with the golden eggs, but what I'm trying to convey to the adults and the people who got that in their hands is the fact that that beanstalk of theirs could be their means to happiness, but not in the form of a material thing. It could be a simple phrase like, I love you. You know, you can say that to your kid. And
Simple means to happiness.
Very simple.
Like a bean seed.
Or yes, exactly. Or a phrase that helps me a lot in my life. Every time I make a mistake and I hear someone saying, it doesn't matter, that does miracles to me. It helps me move on. And the soil, which we made ourselves, this is the
compost.
Yeah, it is. It's the thing that you're going to use to plant your means to happiness. And it's something also very simple, because we created it ourselves. We didn't buy it. Nobody else gave it to us. We made it ourselves. It might have taken us 3 months to do it, of course, because once you leave a fruit peel, it takes about 3 to 4 months to become like that. But who cares? Anyway, it did.
Yes.
It happened. And the pouch itself, it's pure love that keeps and holds all these things together.
Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you very much.
We thank you.